Welcome to this video tutorial on Resourceinn Integrations module. Today, we will discuss machine integration and tell you how to automate your employee attendance directly from your attendance machine to Resourceinn HRMS. In this quick video, we'll show you exactly how to connect your attendance machine to your Resourceinn HRMS portal using static IP and port forwarding. Let's begin. Before starting the integration, make sure you have an attendance machine such as ZK Teco. A static IP, public, provided by your internet service provider, ISP, and a communication port from the machine, usually available by default. An on-premises router with internet connectivity, ensuring attendance machine connectivity with the internet through the same router. Access to your router settings for port forwarding. Admin access to your Resourceinn HRMS portal. Now, before starting, let me brief you about static IP. A static IP is an internet address assigned to you by your internet service provider, ISP, that does not change over time. Unlike a dynamic IP, which can vary every time you reconnect to the internet, a static IP remains fixed and consistent. ISPs typically provide static IPs for an additional cost, and they are commonly used for hosting servers, remote access, VPNs, or any service where a constant IP address is necessary for reliable connectivity. So let's start with machine configuration. From the machine menu, go to communication settings like this, and then select Ethernet or Wi-Fi if your machine has the Wi-Fi feature. Here, I have Ethernet, so I am going to Ethernet. Here you can see DHCP is off. I'm turning it on, and for the refresh, I go back, then again to Ethernet. Now you can see DHCP is on, and the machine has automatically fetched details from the router-like IP address, subnet mask, gateway, and DNS. Communication port, which is your machine default, whose code is 4370. That's how you can automatically fetch and feed data from the connected internet connection router. You also can do it manually by turning off DHCP and entering details of your router like this. But I need the machine to automatically fetch router details, so I'm turning this DHCP button on and refreshing it like this. Now, let's come to the second step, which is router configuration. So for this, go to your browser and enter your router IP like I'm writing mine, 192.168.100.1. Then, after logging in, here we need to set mapping to point out our attendance machine. So we have to map it from here. You may have a different router, so for your better understanding, let me show you how to do this. Here I'm going to Advanced, then Forward Rules, and click on IPv4 port mapping. Please make sure you need the same internet connection or router connection on which you have set your machine. Now, from IPv4 port mapping, I'm creating a new entity. By clicking on New, set the mapping name. Let's name it Attendance Site 1. Make sure port mapping is enabled. Then, Internal Host. Here we will add the IP address which our router allocated to our machine automatically through DHCP on, which is, as you can see here, 192.168.100.43. Next, drop down, leave it as the system will automatically fetch it. One more thing. If you have the machine's MAC address, you may select that. Now click on the Add button for Point Communication Port. Then go to Protocol. Set it to TCP/UDP. Then Internal Port Number, which is the allocated communication port in the machine, 4370 in both fields. Next, external port number, do the same. You can also change it if you want to, and simply apply. Now let's see integration with Resourceinn's portal. From the dashboard, go to System Settings, then Machine. Here you can see the Machines tab. Click on it, and then click Create. Here, select your company as I'm selecting mine. Then, select the location, for which city you are going to deploy your machine. Then, branch, on which you are going to deploy your machine. Then, select your time zone, as I'm selecting mine, Asia/Karachi. Then, machine name. So name your machine here like Attendance Machine Site 1. Then, Resourceinn Gateway. If you mark this checkbox, this means you want to integrate an attendance machine. If you leave it unchecked, the machine type dropdown shows you two options: Resourceinn Digital Persona and Resourceinn Kiosk. These are the digital replacements of attendants specially designed by Resourceinn. Here, I want to integrate my attendance machine, so I'm checking this checkbox of Resourceinn Gateway and then go to Machine Type dropdown. Here you can see a list of multiple brand machines for attendance. Select your relevant attendance machine. Here, mine is Zeke Teco, so I'm selecting it. Next is IP. Here you need to enter your static IP, which is provided by your internet service provider. Here, I'm entering my static IP provided by my ISP. Then, communication port. Here, enter your communication port number, which you entered in port forwarding from the router, or the assigned external port from the router, which in my case is 4370. Then, username and password. Many machines have built-in communication username and password. If available in your case, then enter it. Otherwise, leave it as I'm leaving it, because I haven't set any password in the machine for communication. Then, Auto Sync checkbox. If I mark it, the system will automatically fetch logs and update every hour. Leave it if you want to do it manually. Here, I'm marking this Auto Sync checkbox. After that, simply save. Once the machine is active, check the status. It should turn to online when it connects. If it's showing offline, double-check the IP, port, and router settings. If your machine is still offline, ensure the machine's internet connectivity. Ensure the IP is static and correctly set. Confirm port 4370 is open via router port forwarding. Check firewall settings aren't blocking the communication. Ping the public IP with the port to test reachability. Ensure if the machine has a communication password, then you should add username and password in the Resourceinn portal. Otherwise, leave it. That's it. You've successfully integrated your attendance machine with Resourceinn HRMS. This setup ensures real-time attendance data syncing across locations. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more guides and updates. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and we'll be happy to assist you.